Hey there. So this is going to be a whole series regarding holistic healing, holistic health, and then I'm going to journal my experiences going to this holistic place, this holistic center that has a lot of technology, which is able to work on us, as it relates to the whole. So our body, our mind, our soul, and being able to merge all those with each other. So a little bit about me: I was born with a rare disease, and so with this rare disease, it is called cystinosis. With that disease, essentially, it affects every area of our body in some way. And there's a amino acid. The amino acid cysteine builds up in the body, and so we're unable to break it down. People who don't have that, they can break it down without an issue. But so I have to take this medication, and as we get a little bit older with this disease, as it becomes a little more difficult for that amino acid to break down. But where the side of the holistic healing comes in is I've noticed on my journey the importance of my emotions, the importance of releasing stress, and that's caused me to not have to not have as many challenges as other people have had with this disease. I definitely still have had a lot of challenges. I won't get into that in this video because there's many things that I did go through, but I want to keep this focused on the holistic side of things. Now, when I went to this place, when I walked in, I did feel a very strong sense of being calm because there's all sorts of technology which is in that place. Where if we look at our cell phones, we look at the TV, we look at Wi-Fi, this ties into how there is these certain waves of energy which run through every place that we go through. Now you go through a place where a lot of people are sick and they're hooked up to machines. You go to your ER, that the ER has a lot of energy that runs through it, but there's a lot of energy of fear. What I noticed in this place is there was not an energy of fear, but there was an energy of hope, and there was an energy of being calm and being at peace. That's not to say that people that go to this place are not sick. I know there was people that have cancer that were there, and people who have other conditions which are pretty harsh. But the difference with this place is there definitely was a sense of hope and a sense of being very calm. Now, regarding what happened for my first appointment here, so the woman did a lot of work with being able to scan me. So she had this band that she put on my wrist, and she put that on my wrist, and essentially it was working to be able to scan my field to see some of the ailments, to see some of the issues going on, which I thought was quite strong because the device was able to pick up on different things that I kind of knew were up with my system. Now, it wasn't just things like going through low red blood cells, because I know I have that from my recent tests, but it was also things around my emotions, things that I was holding on to. She was picking up on different different things that I went through in my life. So it was a combination of working with her machines that she had in there, but then also using her intuition and being able to pick up on things in that way. So it was a very peaceful session, even though there was a bit of a emotional release. The the session did have a lot of aspects of feeling at peace in it, because I feel that this is one of the things which has been missing for me to feel a little more healed and to feel like I'm able to kind of take more control of my health. And I feel that's one of the main things which is missing within the Western way of trying to address certain ailments is the holistic side of things. And holistic does not mean trying to cure. I know my condition is never going to be cured, and even people that have other ailments like cancer and things like that, it's not about necessarily trying to be able to cure it, but it's about being able to address some of the root causes of it, so we can move forward in a way where we're not as overwhelmed and burdened by what our issues have caused. A little more about the center is they have these rooms that you go in. One of the ones that I'm going to do next is it's called a EE system, and it stands for Energy Enhancement System. So essentially, it has these waves in it. So a wave is a certain vibration, and that vibration is able to go through your system of energy, and it's able to kind of go through there where it helps to calm you down. It helps to release certain things you may be holding on to, and it helps to create a environment where you can also raise your vibration a little bit, so your immune system can become a little more strong. Now, I know to some people, like hearing terms like raising your vibration, the term energy, or energy system, your aura, they're a little bit thrown off by that. But it's one of these things where there is a huge shift happening on the planet. So I really feel that more and more people are going to be called and drawn to places like this in conjunction with the regular doctors, because when you're able to do that, you're really in this position where you're working with the whole being. And as that happens, I feel that our lives will become a little bit more easier. So if you are interested in holistic healing and hearing about my story, I suggest you to just like the video and subscribe. I'll record my next entry, which will be about some of the technology that I'm going to use.